Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting and playoff edition of Pardon Our Picks, where perfection is a work in progress. I'm your host, Sam, here live with you guys, and of course, with the GM, Tarek. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. Managed to throw this together. Managed to get it work. I'm working it. So
Absolutely. Of course, we got the whole team with us, so we also have King Football Jesus. How are you this evening?
Well, considering this is what, 2 more weeks where I can say that I am King Football Jesus, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go out with a bang, and I'm ready to wrap up this football season.
I'm sure you are. Of course, the person you'll probably be abdicating it to, the QB coach, Jessica. How you doing tonight?
I am doing well. I'm in the lead, and it feels nice.
Absolutely. We are, of course, brought to you by Aardvark Concepts Incorporated, more than just a sign shop. Check them out in Westminster for all your sign and decal needs. And in Too Deep of Maryland, check them out on Ravens Walk this week at the Wildcard game. It's going to be really exciting. It's a big show for them. They're gonna absolutely tear it up. So,
I'd like to apologize for the echo real quick. I had it playing on behind my full screen video here, and so there's a little bit of double me and Brady going on. So
we're figuring it out.
Mr. GM, get it good.
Between last week muting myself and no one could hear me talking to Sam, this week going double, like it's stuff going on.
No worries. Like I said, the regular season is over. The playoffs are here. There was a little bit of drama the last week of the season, and, well, things turned out quite interesting. I'm looking at the way we all finished for the regular season.
Whew.
Those are not the actual how much we actually got last week. That was the one thing I didn't change. Although mine's correct.
We see where the priorities are.
Well, I didn't have to change mine from week to week. I got 10-6 2 weeks in a row, apparently. This is how it finished out. I got 10-6. Everybody else got 9-7 last week.
Even
Not
Brady?
too bad, especially for somebody who was picking all upsets.
But the overalls are correct, and that's the important part.
Yes, I did make sure the overalls were correct. And he, 4 games over 500, even with all the crazy upset picks. Congratulations. The last week was the one that made or break you. So
It did. And you know what? I'm glad those underdogs, came through for me in a pinch, and 2 of them, 2 of them did it, though. 2 of them. There's always a chance.
Absolutely. It was a 2-game swing for you. So glad it worked out for you. Of course, let's take a look at the playoff picture. And this is what the playoff picture currently looks like. First time Denver's been in the playoffs for a while, but there's a lot of exciting games. There's always a storyline for all of these. And the biggest question right now, I think, is which favorite is on upset alert this week? I'm going to throw it over to the GM. That way.
Okay, you put it at Jess. You said the GM. Like, did she take my title too? She won and she took my title.
It was a Kansas City shuffle.
One year we're going after your co-hosting job. Now we're coming after GM. It's just always attack Tarek.
It's always attack Tarek day. All right. I'm going to pick something not going to be overly, not going to do a Brady and do it. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go with Denver. I'm just going to go random upset here. Do I fully believe it's going to happen? Not with all my heart and being, but they've surprised us every step of the way, including winning and then losing all the games with the last one to make it into the playoffs. So Buffalo has looked amazing all year round. I don't think Denver has all the weapons they need to really go all the way, but they've shocked us so far. So might as well go out with a big swing, right?
Gotcha. All right. Now, Jess, who's on your upset alert?
So mine is not quite as devastating as that one or as shocking, but mine would be Green Bay over Philadelphia. So I know a lot of people are favoring Philadelphia here, but I mean, Green Bay is averaging, they're in the top 5 of yards per pass attempt, and they every game except for 2, they've scored 20 plus points. Like they also scored like 27 points the last time they played Philadelphia. So
you think that they can get it done without Love and Watson?
I didn't know Love was out. I knew Watson was out.
Love might be out, but Watson is.
I would say they are going to do everything they can to have Love in for a playoff game, because if they win this one, they're not going past that, in my opinion. But yeah, no, I think they can get it done. Philadelphia, they've got their hot streaks, but then they've got their games where they are just abysmal and nobody knows why. They've got the roster for it. So I could see Green Bay upsetting them here.
Okay. A repeat of last year where Green Bay upset the 2 seed. Now, football, Jesus. What you got?
One thing I will add on to Jess's thing is Jalen Hurts hasn't played meaningful football in a couple of weeks now, and I think that may wind up showing a little rust there, but I'm not going to say that game. I'm just looking at our percentage picks right now, and I think the LA Rams have a really good shot of upsetting even the number 5 seed. They're picked at a higher rate, the Vikings. The Vikings secondary is aged, I'll say, as a compliment, kind of. Stephon Gilmore is not the cornerback he used to be. Harrison Smith, yes, he does have a ton of interceptions in his career, but he is still an aging safety. And you've still got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua to contend with. And I think that the Rams offense, even though they're not playing at home, the game was moved to Arizona. I think that offense could really feast on that defense as long as the offensive line can keep Matthew Stafford upright. So I think that's one to really watch out for.
Okay. Yes, Jess.
But to add to that, Minnesota is one of the hottest teams at Four Rivers, and coming off of Stafford's one of his worst games, it's definitely going to be something.
That Minnesota is so hot right now.
So hot.
Minnesota. Now, it's funny because we were given the option of picking any game, even if it doubled up with some of the other people. And there's 2 games for me where it could go either way. That's the Pittsburgh-Baltimore.
Don't you say it.
And the one I'm going to go with, the one that I think is on biggest upset alert right now, the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the home team, but everybody thinks they're going to win this game. Herbert 2 years ago made the playoffs, and they blew it in the second half to the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence, of all people. And quite frankly, Houston has shockingly good when they have to be. I think that defense can get it done, and the Chargers haven't put up a lot of points. Their biggest thing is defense more so than anything else. Justin Herbert has put up less numbers this year than he has in previous years. And quite frankly, I think Houston can win that game. I think they can win that game outright. Will they win that game? We'll have to see. But, all right.
So a quick question.
Go around the horn?
Make sure, because rules, I'm making sure I'm up to date on the rules here.
Yeah.
So this is not a pure grid-like situation like we see with normal playoffs. So does the lowest winning team play Kansas City?
Yes.
Okay.
So if Denver won, they would automatically play KC.
Okay, and then it matches everything. Okay, I'm just making sure everything's mapping out correctly here.
Just doesn't. It looks weird when it's a whole bunch of spider lines and
Absolutely.
arithmetic.
We're going to go around the horn. We're going to make quick picks right here. We're going to start with the Minnesota Rams game. Tarek, who you got?
Yes. Pick someone else.
Jessica, who do you have in the Minnesota Ram game?
Minnesota.
Football.
Minnesota.
Jesus. Tarek.
I'm gonna say Minnesota.
I also have Minnesota. All right, Washington and Tampa Bay. Jessica.
I have the Buccaneers.
Football.
I have Washington.
2 seconds.
I have.
I have
Tampa
Washington. I have Washington.
It's Washington.
So
Okay.
evenly split.
With the upset. Not bad. All right, let's jump to the AFC. The Chargers against Houston. Tarek.
I have the Chargers.
Have the Chargers. Jess.
The Chargers.
Chargers.
I also have the Chargers. I think it's going to be real close. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Tarek.
Baltimore.
More.
Jessica?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Balmer.
I also have Baltimore running away with this. All right. Green Bay at Philly. Jess.
I have Philly.
Brady.
I have
Yes.
Philly as well.
Philadelphia.
Philly for me. And Buffalo hosting Denver. Brady, who you got?
What is the Buffalo Bills for 200, Alex?
Okay. Tarek?
Same.
In my FBJ pick for the night, Denver. just because even if I'm wrong, I'll accept that loss, but I'm just going for it.
Got to ride and die with the fandom, man. I respect it and I appreciate it.
Jess?
I am going with Buffalo. But
I, too, am going with Buffalo. It's kind of chalk for me this week. But it is what it is. All right.
All right, and that's it for our first ever live stream. Short, sweet, to the point. Not even 15 minutes, apparently. So we wanted to try this all season. It took to the end. We finally did it. Sam asked me to do it at the very last second. I scrambled. It looks like everything went off. We got chats going. We'll go more for this. I guess we'll finish up with this with the playoffs, but we'll try more of this next year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everyone joining in the chats and watching us. It's pretty much just Dan. Dan, me, and Brady just going
I'm
back.
Carol.
Oh, is Carol in the chat?
No, she is not in the chat. Carol, I'm disappointed in you. I sent you the direct link.
I don't know what chat you all are even talking about.
The
If you
YouTube
go to
chat.
the YouTube link, you click on the video, then it's got chat on the side that you can jump in, and it's even join in on the StreamYard here.
Oh, she's here. Hi, Mom.
Carol.
It's like what was the movie? Yes Man. Did you see Yes Man, Jim Carrey? And it had the girl, and she's just like, "Oh, thank you for our fans, Bob, Jimmy, Carol, Mommy, and no one else." That's what this feels like. I'm like, I know everyone in the chat.
She said, I'm here.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, putting up with our shenanigans. Click like, click subscribe. Leave comments down below. Let us know how this went. Let us know anything you want to change, see added. I'm going to try and figure out how to do our intros, and this kind of came in a little unexpected.
Haphazardly.
We like aggressive.
Let us know who you think's going to win the games this week. We'd like to hear, see some comments, see some stuff going on. And we'll see you guys next week. Until next week, I'm Tarek.
I'm Jessica.
I'm King Football Jesus. And who is Dumples?
I don't know what that means.
And I'm Sam.
I
Have a
don't
great
know.
football week.
What is Dumples?
Bye, Dumples.
What is
Bye,
Dumples?